Hey guys, welcome back to Pixel Monsters. Today I am so excited to say we are going to be playing some D&D with my dad. I know you guys haven't really seen him on camera a lot, so this is a very big deal for me to have him up here. This is session 2. We did not post session 1, but we are going to give a quick summary of what happened last session, and we wrote some lore down for what we want to kind of happen, or what has happened rather, in this, because it's kind of its own world. It's not set in the same world as D&D, but we are playing it through D&D. So would you like to say hi?
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm glad to be here. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree. Would you please read down your notes, just so they get an understanding of the world?
All right, so what happened in our last session, I was traveling with a group of guards.
Do you want to say your name real quick?
Yes, I will introduce my character. My character is Verity. She is an Aasimar war cleric, and she is a cleric of Maliki. So she is very into nature and preserving the natural balance and ensuring that evil does not
Spread.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to tell us what is your race? Aasimar?
Aasimar, so basically half celestial kind of vibes.
Mm-hmm. And I will be introducing my character later on, because he is not yet in this campaign. We actually just finished him. We wrapped it up right before we actually started. So now you can read your notes. My bad.
Okay, so I was traveling with a group of guards who were going around to these old abandoned outposts and trying to assess what was there and maybe see why they were abandoned and try to get them back up and running. And I was left at an outpost with two other guards named Bardell and Gemwar. And as we were going around the outpost, we discovered there was a trap door in the armory, and we were actually ambushed by some goblins, but we're able to dispatch them pretty easily. And then we locked the trap door so that they could not, if there were any more goblins down there, they could not get out. And we took a hostage.
Right.
And we were interrogating them and trying to find out what was going on, and discovered that there is actually, in the outpost, there was a secret entrance under a fountain.
And how did you open this secret passage?
The secret passage, there was written on the fountain in giant were the words, "Winter shall never pass here." And uttering that phrase, actually the fountain lowered into the ground and exposed a spiral stone staircase that led down into a tunnel system, and there were
a bunch of
goblins and a large goblin boss,
which I had to use a hill giant model, because we didn't have a bunch of goblins. I think we only have this guy right here is our only Dungeons and Dragons goblin model. So we're definitely gonna need to get some more goblins. Although I guess I could use Grung with my 17,000 Grung.
You do have quite a few.
Yeah, I love Grung. They're my favorite race. Are they a race, or would they be considered a creature? Because they're sentient.
The Grung are a race.
Okay.
Well,
they're not a playable race.
Well, in the latest version of D&D that we are playing, we're going by the 2024 rule set, and they're not races anymore; they are species.
Oh, disgusting! Like, here's a pancake. No, here's a flapjack.
No, it's a very good distinction.
Yeah.
So now Sorry, guys, going through my notes. So Bardell, Gemwar, and myself, and there was actually a commander who rode up with on a sled being pulled by sled dogs.
Do you want to say what the model I had to use was?
That they came up, and between the four of us, we defeated a large group of goblins and the goblin boss, and then we shut the fountain up, and we ended up spending the night and resting because we are just level 1 characters.
Yep.
And it wiped us, almost took us down, but we recovered throughout the night. But then there was a crag cat that we that ended up coming wandering into the encampment.
Already wounded, notably wounded.
Yep, it was pretty wounded, and it was chasing prey or something.
Yeah, a goat had wandered in, and then all of a sudden you see this crag cat just leap out.
And so we
Again,
defended
don't know what
ourselves
crag cat is.
against
It's
the crag cat,
big cat.
and that was where we left things off.
Yeah. All right. So basically, like I said earlier, it is its own world set by playing D&D. So it does not have any connections to the D&D universe other than maybe some of the maybe.
We're just using the rule set, and this
we're using the rule set in our.
This
own
is
world.
Cameron's homebrew world that he is
Yes.
creating all by himself.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna read out my how this kingdom that they work for is actually how it was created. Do you actually want to say why you're investigating these outposts? I don't believe you said that. Oh. Basically, they were sent to these outposts to refurbish them because there's missing miners in the mountains of Lemti, and they want to figure out what or who happened or did something or what is going on, basically. So, long ago, a group of banished knights came across an unforgiving land, swept by ice and snow. They saw it as a challenge, so instead of turning around and going the other way, they decided to make a small settlement. As more and more people came north, the settlement grew until present day, when it is now a full kingdom known as Skifgard. I really like that name that I came up with. I chose 4 different letters and then put guard, and it came up where I closed my eyes and did it, and Skiff, which I really like. These knights were banished from the Sunstone Empire. That empire spanning many miles further south in warmer climates. They followed the order of the Frozen Star. These knights, upon finding this unforgiving land, embrace the harsh and unforgiving cold. They follow a strict code of endurance, resilience, and mutual aid. And then the reason for the knight's banishment was that there were twin kings, and there was some sort of twin princes. My bad. Some sort of battle between them, and one of them was the loser was banished, as well as the few knights that were still loyal to that prince. But some of it is up for I know that there are a few blank spots, so that is up for interpretation. If you have any ideas that you think are a good idea that we could possibly fit into it, please leave a comment down below. We finally figured out how to turn comments on, or I think they've been on for a while. I just haven't gotten comments because I've been saying that I don't think they're on. But I got a really nice comment, and I actually liked it and replied back because it was my first comment, and it was just hey guys, keep up the good work, keep grinding. So it was very thoughtful. So yeah, you are in the Goblin Tunnels, correct?
Correct.
So.
Well, we are. Verity is going to explore the Goblin Tunnels.
Yes. So the 2 other guards of.
Bardell.
Why is it only when I'm actually playing the game that I forget their names?
Bardell
what the heck?
And Gemwar.
Bardell and Gemwar. Thank you. If you guys obviously don't know that, but I think well over a few dozen times I forgot, at least a dozen times I definitely forgot their name last campaign. But then it's as soon as we stopped the campaign, it's dude, all I would say is Bardell and Gemwar. I couldn't forget their names. But now I keep forgetting them. So you are in these tunnels, and you are do you want to use the ruler and count the different ones? He has dark vision of 60 feet, so we're going to use this ruler or something to just show how far he can see, kind of like a line of sight. Stop.
Okay, well, if we're going by line of sight, then I would just see up to this curve, because that's going to be well within my 60 feet, my 12 squares.
Yeah, do you want to put that there then? The ruler there so you can see?
No,
Oh, yeah.
I know I can see up to the corner.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Well, I am going to slowly move forward and just kind of take my time and try to be as stealthy as a cleric can,
Okay,
which is not typically very stealthy.
What would it be for stealth? This is my first time running like an actual like full scale campaign, by the way.
It's a stealth roll.
Okay, stealth roll, please.
First on camera roll of the campaign is a 2, and it's a disadvantage.
And it wasn't even on camera.
And that's a 10. My stealth is a 1, so a 3. So my stealth is a 3.
Roll wasn't even on camera. Because all they can see is the map. But it's fine.
Trust me, it was a 10.
So yeah, you definitely like stumble a bit forward. You go a little further than you actually anticipated, and kind of like fall flat on your face. And you hear this echo of just like a. So you definitely now know that it is sizable.
Okay.
Where you are, and you actually move your character right to like an intersection. Is that an intersection? What is it? What are
It's
the
a
words?
branching tunnel.
Tunnel.
So I should be able to see almost to the end of that
Mhm.
room, and I would see further ahead.
Okay. So yeah, as you kind of like stumble, fall on your face, and then kind of get back up, you definitely notice that there's like another path to the left that you did not see before. And looking in, you can pretty much see the entire thing, and you see some bones, and then give me actually a roll, an investigation roll.
That's a 2 again, so this
Shouldn't
is
you-
going.
Yeah. Do you want to show the camera? Just sit and think about what you rolled. But you Rick rolled. You'll find out what that is in a minute. As you kind of look in, you don't notice anything in particular. You see like a few like bones scattered about, but you do recognize with your 60-foot dark vision, you do recognize this is the same chamber that was underneath the fountain.
Okay.
So you definitely recognize this chamber from the assortment of bones, which I will, if you want to put that guy there. It's just a undead dude, little skeleton. If you want to, yeah. I tore his leg off, so he looks more like a skeleton, so he can be hopping around. So would you like to continue forward into this other room, or this other cross section that you now see, or do you want to venture into that room and investigate further?
I'd like to go try to investigate further.
Okay.
So I'll get to
No
here.
stealth check. You don't want to be stealthy.
You know what? Sure. We'll.
Roll on camera.
It's a 7 and an 11 for an 8.
8. Okay, so you definitely don't make as much noise as last time with a giant echo that now everything pretty much here knows that you're there. But now you kind of have this. The room is definitely opened up, and you definitely see remnants of these giant footprints with 3 toes and claw marks. And you kind of see
How
this.
giant?
Not much bigger than your feet. Like your foot can comfortably fit in that hole without disturbing the actual shape of it, but definitely not as big as something that would be like impossibly big.
Okay.
You good? Okay. So words are hard today. Wow. Would you mind getting me a cup, please? Thank you. delicious water. So yeah, you definitely notice some like this is someone that has been here quite recently, actually. But you also do notice the footprints of all the goblins and all of the adventurers, or like Bardell and Gemwar, and the chief commander, who were in fighting the goblins while you made sure the exit was all good. So yeah, you definitely have this kind of area locked down. You kind of know what to expect now. There's not much there other than a few clues. The big footprints definitely look fresher. They look more like they're like newer. What are you doing, Dixie? What are you doing? Do you want to go back? Go back. Go back. So yeah, what do you do with this information, and would you like to look further?
Which way did the footprints go?
There's many overlapping footprints, but they seem to be a bunch like randomly going from like parts of the chamber to the other, like a different part of the chamber, a bunch of those footprints. But then there's also of the draconic footprints, or the like three-toed ones. Dang it. But then you do see quite a couple actually different paths, like 3 or 4 passes going the same way you came in. And
Okay.
you did not notice before.
All right, I would, if those seem to be the freshest ones, I would like to kind of follow those.
Okay. So go back out, or do you want to investigate that skeleton first?
Well, I mean, that sounds tempting. I wouldn't say it if I shouldn't, so I'm going to go ahead and investigate.
Please roll on camera. You use the big die. Use the Rickroll die. Oh! If you guys don't know, my dad,
And this is an investigation?
yes.
Okay, that's an 8 minus 1 for a whopping 7.
7. Do you roll again?
I don't, but you were talking about it, so I figured I'd show it off.
Yeah, just a Rickroll die. So if you get a 20, you Rickroll someone, and if you roll a 1, you get Rickrolled. So we just got those die because they're perfect. Phone call? Alright. We're gonna take a quick break. It's been literally no time at all for you, but it's been a few minutes for us. We had to take a quick break because of a call. And I actually went out and remembered something. This is 100% not a sponsored video. We are super small channel and not big enough for sponsors. But I just wanted to shout out Sunny Fox Apothecary for this really, really cool Beastie box. That's what they call it, right? Beastie boxes. This one I got at the Ren Fair that's actually happening as we speak. This weekend, next weekend, and the weekend after, if I'm correct.
Yep, it's the Maine Ren Fair in Acton, Maine.
Yeah, but we've gone for the past 3 years, right? This is going to be our third, or no, it's
This
going
will be our 4th.
Yeah, this will be our 4th year. See, I've been going since I was 8, right? Or 8 or 9?
9.
9. So yeah, this is going to be our 4th year going, and it's actually really close to my birthday, so it's almost like a little bit of a birthday gift to me. But we are now back. Again, this video is not sponsored. I just wanted to shout them out because they're cool. I actually have like a necklace that has an eye on it that kind of like follows you. But yeah, they're really cool. I just wanted to shout them out real quick. And we'll get right back into it. You just rolled for, you had a 7 on your investigation check for the skeleton?
I do believe, yes.
Alright, so you start rummaging through this, like, skeleton, like, physically, like, pulling apart, like, the broken bits, because it's fairly torn skeleton. His frame torn asunder. But basically, he's not in the best shape. I'll say that much. See, as you're kind of rummaging through it, you definitely actually noticed some bite marks in the bones and like scratches and stuff. And there's a fair sign of like something, like either a battle or this corpse has been like chewed at some point. And I would like to point out it is a goblin corpse. I know it's not a goblin model, but it is a goblin corpse.
Okay. Well, if there's not much else to see in here, I am going to follow those footprints.
Okay, so you know that they go out to their, okay, so you
Okay.
get to this, fork, another branch in the tunnels. Which way would you like to go? You definitely see that one way there is a very sharp right turn, but then another way there is a very pretty sizable, chamber of sorts.
Okay. I'm a sucker for a side tunnel. So I'm going to...
I know, I played Minecraft Dungeons with you.
Mm-hmm. I like to fill out the map.
Every, pixel, he's like, oh, there's a gray spot on the wall, gotta go back, and it's halfway across the map.
It's what happens when you grow up playing Diablo 2. And Diablo 1.
And the soon-to-be 18 more.
4 on 4. So yeah, do I see anything down this tunnel?
You want to go a little bit further because you're not at the bed.
Okay, I'm going to not be stealthy, but I'm going to be careful.
So you turn this corner and you see actually this, you can see it very clearly, but you absolutely see this massive skull mounted to the wall. And you can't really tell what it is based on how, damaged it is. It's definitely been worn, but you still see this massive skull.
When you say worn, do you mean degraded, or worn as in something put it on like a hat?
Worn is in degraded.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, it's not the cat mask. But
okay, do I get any vibes from it? Does this look like an altar? Does this look like something worships here, or does this just look like...
Definitely looks like a altar, like someone's worshiping, or definitely a place of worship. You see, there's definitely there's 2 torches on the walls,
Mm-hmm.
and you haven't seen any torches anywhere else.
Oh, there are torches here. Are they lit?
Yeah, 2 torches. They are not lit currently.
Okay.
But there are 2. There, you can definitely see some embers still there, so you know that these have just recently been put out.
Noted.
What do you do with this knowledge? You want to look further into it, or...
The footprints that I was following, did they seem to lead in here, or did they keep going into the larger chamber? Because I feel like me, Jim, is a sucker for a side tunnel, but Verity probably would stick to following the trail.
You definitely see that these footprints have gone into this room. The fresh footprints led in and led back out.
Okay.
So you probably, when you were doing that, Verity probably kind of was like, ooh, they go this way, and I see some that way, but I need, what's down this way that they had to make a detour, or whatever it was had to make a detour. And they do look fresher, they are fresh prints.
Okay.
No!
So this is a story all about how. All right, so I'm going to backtrack, and I will head following the freshest trail that I can find.
Okay, so as you come back out, you definitely see, both ways that you came, the way that you came and the way that you're going. And these footprints seem to get more further apart, if someone's now running or, picking up the pace in a way. They look more frantic, if that kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I get what you're laying down. So I'm gonna get right up to there. What do I see in this room?
In this room, you actually see a bunch of bedding material. So soft materials, laid in the shape of a bed. You see armor rack, empty armor rack, but still an armor rack nonetheless. And you see a weapons rack that is also empty. And it almost seems that this is a living area.
Okay. But no signs of life.
No signs of life whatsoever. There is a chest that you do see, but you get a weird vibe.
Okay, I don't touch it, but I walk up to the chest and I kind of scope it out. I just see, like, is there a big, keyed lock on the front of it? Does it have, is the lock built into the chest?
There is a pretty sizable, lock outside of the chest,
Okay.
locked onto the chest. Pretty sizable, but it does actually appear to be open, unlocked. It's an unlocked lock.
Okay. Are there any refuse around? Are there any bones? Are there any...
No bones in this.
No bones?
It definitely is more well kept than the
Okay.
previous chamber that you went into.
Any sticks or pieces of wood or anything around?
You do see this TP-esque shape of sticks.
Okay, I don't want to destroy anything. Is there any loose sticks?
There's
Kick
a
around.
pile of sticks in the corner.
Okay, I would like to take the longest stick I can find, and I'm gonna poke the chest.
Okay, you want to go? It's right in that divot. You see what I mean? Like how it outdents right there. Yeah. So you poke the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens. The lock falls off, but nothing else happens.
Okay.
I can tell you for sure this is not a mimic, and I know what you're trying to do.
Okay.
I don't have a mimic model. That would be super, super cool. That is a lie. Chopper, you're getting some playtime.
All right, I'm gonna try to use the stick to open the chest.
Okay, you open the chest, and as you open it, you can see different cloths and different a wide range of different colored cloths to one side, very torn up, all broken up. Some have singe marks, some have claw marks in them, or some have
Okay.
even bites out of them.
Okay.
Visible goblin-sized bites out of them. And then on the right side, you actually notice a few journals poked up,
Okay.
stacked up on the other side.
All right, I'd like to peruse the first journal.
Okay, you peruse the first journal. As you reach in, the chest comes alive and bites your arm off. JK, wahaha. Mimics have gotten smarter. They've getting smarter. So as you kind of look through this journal, you look through this first journal, you notice it says journal entry number 1, Thane Lumina, and the handwriting is in it's in Draconic. You cannot, the title was in common tongue, English, and the rest of it is written in Draconic, which you recognize as Draconic, but you cannot understand it.
All right, so if it is unreadable to me, I will go ahead and put it back down, and I'm gonna keep scoping out the rest of the room.
All right. Do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Because I told you everything that was in the room.
So I see those two exits, other than the one I came in. All right, because I suffer from indecisiveness, we're gonna go ahead and...
Evens left, odds right. Mine.
Correct. Evens are my left, odds are my right. And that's a 10, so we're going evens. So I will head down this tunnel.
All right. You start to head down this tunnel, and I can move it for you. It's fine. Where do you want to go? To here?
Yeah, right about to there, to the bend, and I will listen to see if I hear anything further down the tunnel.
You don't hear anything. I can tell you that for certainty. You do find it weird that the tunnel kind of opens up more at this bend.
Okay.
You're getting a very eerie feeling about this whole place. Maybe it's the footprints. Maybe it's the other weird skulls and skeletons and this weird ritualistic thing, and written in Draconic text. Definitely weird. Oh, we didn't have my languages written on my character.
Okay, well you would have.
Common, Draconic, and then I get to pick one. We'll be right back after this ad. I have human and or common and Draconic written down right now. Should I write like another one?
Nope, I believe it's just those are going to be the two you have.
Okay. Good noted. So yeah, just so we can clear that up, just wanted to make sure that that would fit with the things. But yeah, actually, as you kind of come to this bed, you don't actually notice any footprints coming down this way.
Okay.
Do you keep going or do you turn around?
Do I feel any? Does the air feel any different? Does it still just feel like?
Actually, now that you start like looking at that or like looking for smells, this awful stench of like all things rotting and awful in the world kind of just quote unquote grace your nose, and you kind of like oh, what is that? And you kind of like plug up your nose. You recoil.
Okay. I am going to. Are there any rocks on the ground?
No. Not
Okay.
zip. Zero. Nilch.
All right. Then, as a cleric in my pack, I've got.
A rock.
No, I've got candles. I'm trying to think if I.
Can't tell you that yet. Are you looking to proceed? And I would let you say that unless you have like a fire starter, there's no way to light it unless like the candles.
Okay. Well, if it smells like death down here, I'm probably not going to go down alone. No, you know what I am. We're.
Okay, I will let you go, but I want you to roll for willpower. Okay?
What check would that be?
Strength. Strength.
Go.
Run on camera.
I don't want to. That's a 15 plus 3, so an 18.
18? Okay, yeah. So you, I was gonna say if you had a low enough roll, you would not be able to handle the stench, and you would have to run back. But your willpower is strong.
Okay.
Your willpower is very strong to figure out what this is, so you can advance more.
Okay.
Than to the other bend. Looking down this hallway, you don't notice anything, but the stench is getting like stronger. Like you're almost gagging at this awful stench.
Okay. I'm sure I have a cloth or something on me, handkerchief. I'm going to tie it around my nose. And I'm going to proceed.
Okay. Around the other bend?
Yep.
You know, I'll actually roll with your strength again, but roll with what is it?
Advantage?
Advantage. Thank you.
It's going to be a 13.
Okay, 13. Do you have a plus with your strength?
It's a 10 plus 3 for a 13.
So yeah, 13. You like gag and you push through the gagging, but as you turn this corner, all you see is the tunnel keeps going and then there's just a hole.
Okay, the smell is coming from the hole?
100%.
Okay, I am not going near the smelly hole.
So you go back?
I will backtrack.
How much?
All the way back to the...
Alright. And as you kind of come back out, you definitely notice that the obviously, the footprint's going the other way.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I will...
Head down it. You know what isn't Copyright Secret Tunnel. We can say that.
Okay.
Wahaha. As you get to this kind of intersection almost, there's this mound. I tried making a mound right there. A mound of dirt,
Okay.
kind of not like all the way up. It's not like a pillar, but it's a sizable mound. So you can just like barely like goes up to like here on you. Like just chest level, almost. You see that there's like 2 offshoots
All right.
going either way.
Do I see the footprints?
The footprints go right.
Okay. I'm following footprints.
Okay, as you kind of go a little further, you start hearing like a rummaging, like.
Okay. So I will slow down and try to creep forward stealthily.
Rick roll on camera.
It's a 9 and a 4.
4.
Well,
Or is
plus
it-
1.
Okay, so
So
5.
5. So,
You still go forward.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, you go forward, and as you kind of come this way, can you just check if it's on camera real quick? It would be awkward if I were to put this down and the camera couldn't see it.
Fully on screen.
Okay, perfect. So as you kind of come on camera, whoops. As you kind of come into this new room, you start and you're absolutely awful at the stealth. You see this massive dragonborn in scale mail just rummaging through. You can tell just by looking at him, he's like much larger than you, like probably 2 feet tall. We'll say that you're like 5'6" for the sake of it.
No, Verity's actually fairly tall. Verity's probably about 6'3".
6'3". Okay, so he's not tremendously bigger than you, but he is not like a few inches taller than you. Like he definitely is like kind of towering over you even at that 6'3" height. So he's probably in like the 7 coming on 8 foot range. But you see him, he's like rummaging through this chest, frantically kind of like looking for stuff. Like you can tell he's like trying to get something so he can like dip.
Okay. Knowing that I am not super stealthy, but this person looks preoccupied, I'm going to go ahead and call out, hello? Hello?
So, you say hello, and this dragonborn kind of like slowly comes up and kind of like freezes. Like, hands still like, kind of like outstretched, looking for something, but like fully like sat up, and you can tell that he is. At this point, you can definitely tell he is bordering on 8 foot tall.
Wow, that's really big for a dragonborn.
Yeah. And he is this bulky mass of just like scale and brawn. And he is kind of just like stood there kind of frozen, and then he kind of starts to turn backwards. And at this point you can see that he has a big hammer strapped to his back, and he has his sword sheathed at his left side. He does not like go for his sword, but he looks like he's very calm at this moment, but you can there is some sign of like fear at this point.
I can tell that he's afraid?
Yes.
Okay.
Like he looks calm, but you can see he's holding his hand so he doesn't shake.
Okay. So, I'm just exploring these tunnels, and I saw your footprints, and we're following them. Do you live down here? My name is Verity.
He looks at you and kind of with a questioning glance, kind of questioning to himself, do I answer? Do I talk back? And then he finally, like, says something. I'm Thane Lumina. And yes, this is my home.
So, Thane, do you normally share your home with goblins? Because I had a run-in with some goblins.
He immediately starts keeling over laughing. Goblins? There's hasn't been goblins here in 200 years.
I fought goblins here yesterday.
Clearly, something is very wrong.
Clearly.
I can't get over the actual confused on your face currently.
So you don't know about the tunnel that... I mean, I literally followed your footprints from the tunnel where goblins came out and attacked me and Bardell, my friends Bardell and Gemoir, and our commander Dunna.
Is that his name, Dunna? Because you don't know his name?
Commander Dunno.
Perfect.
So, like, I literally just fought them yesterday, and they came streaming up out of this tunnel, so...
Kind of
You're saying they haven't been here for 200 years. I'm saying I fought them yesterday. I'm kind of tempted to believe myself.
kind of looks at you like confused, but also like understanding in a way. He reaches out a hand as if like a hand.
What do I see? Do I see anything that would make me...
Oh wait, I should probably describe this guy.
Yeah.
So he is, Thane Lumina is this, as we said earlier, towering giant of a Dragonborn. Even for a Dragonborn, he is massive, but he is also massive just in general. He's not a small person. So, he is this, I actually made, this is my character for the campaign, but he is really, I love what I did with it for the mechanics. He is a blue Dragonborn, but as you can see on camera, he is actually green. So he is the descendant of, or the child of a blue Dragonborn and a green Dragonborn, and he has the appearance of a blue Dragonborn with green scales. His breath weapon is still lightning, but green, and he is, instead of immune to lightning, he is immune to acid damage.
Poison.
Poison damage, that's what I said. So, yeah, he reaches out a hand and he kind of, like, waiting for a handshake back. And he starts, like, kind of walking up to you a bit. And then, like, stops halfway through the room.
So do I notice any... Do I notice anything that would make me trust him? Like, I see the plate armor... or the scale mail. That's obviously not, you know, something these goblins had. Does it anything on there that makes me look like I can trust him? I mean, as a cleric, I have dealt with paladins before. Does Thane give off the vibes of?
Thane gives off heavy, like, paladin vibes on his. I know he doesn't have a shield. The Bongo has a shield, but he doesn't. Or he does, rather. Can I still have a shield? Could he still have a shield, the character, Thane?
Not while wielding two-handed weapons. Like, if you use your longsword,
Maybe.
one-handed, you could have a shield, but you would only be rolling a D8 damage instead of a D10, and you couldn't use your maul. Because your maul is only two-handed. Okay.
Got it. But basically, you notice on his chest he has the symbol of Bahamut.
Okay.
So, and you recognize this from other paladins that you have met in the past who have traveled to Skiffgard, as merchants, traveling, spreading the word of their what is it? It's a don't tell me. It's their patron deity. Oh yeah, patrons are warlocks.
Correct.
Um,
Now, in this world, obviously me being an ASMR, like I know there's ASMR, I know there's people, like are Dragonborn common?
not in these parts.
Okay.
Like it for as long as you've been alive, which is probably what, like 20 something years, probably like 22 maybe. Your
Okay.
character? I'm asking.
My character, she's fairly young, yeah. Yeah,
So
we'll say
20-ish?
mid-20s. We'll say 25.
Okay. So like he's like you have in your 25 years of life, which is in like modern day it's not that long, but in like back in these days you are like that's not a short amount of time for a lifespan, even as an ASMR. But like in your entire life here, there's never been a warm day. It's always been cold. So like pretty much winter all year round. And then you've never, in your entire 25 years of life, you've never seen a Dragonborn here. You've seen the whole menagerie, half-orcs, giants, like elves, dwarves, humans, everything. Even other ASMR here. You've even seen some like vampiric figures here and there.
I'm not a big fan of vampires. Goes against the natural order.
Still, you've seen some here and there, but before you can confront them, they kind of dip into the shadows. But again, in your 25 years of life, you've never seen a Dragonborn, so this is extremely unusual. Most of the paladins that you've seen are actually like half giants, especially around these parts. Except you saw one time a dwarf paladin, and one time, or in a group once you saw a dwarf paladin and actually a half-orc paladin.
Okay.
So you've seen most of the menagerie, but you haven't ever seen a Dragonborn in these parts, and especially not one as peculiar, words are hard, as this thing here. I would like to point out that you do recognize his name from the journal that you looked at.
I do. Yep, I remember that. The one part of it I could read.
Mm-hmm. So, he's been standing here for a few minutes, like a minute or two, like holding his hand out, waiting for a handshake.
Well, no, like I'd have taken all that in fairly quickly, and seeing the symbol of the Platinum Dragon, I would absolutely go over and
Shake his hand.
that. Yeah, but not like a regular handshake. I'm talking the full-on like Beastmaster, like grabbing the forearms, kind of warrior.
Okay, so yeah, he goes in for like a normal handshake, and you go like further, so then you do like the Beastmaster warrior, whatever you want to call it, handshake. He kind of waiting for like you to say something or like another question. So he kind of like pulls back his hand and kind of just like stands there like waiting to answer something.
Are you searching for something in particular? I mean, and what was with that huge skull back there in that side chamber? I saw you quite a few overlapping footprints heading back and forth.
He explains to you very calmly and very cautiously that is his place of worship to Bahamut, and that's how he like speaks to Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon. And that skull is from his very first opposer to this Platinum Dragon. He explains to you that this giant that he was actually pretty on terms with. They didn't really fight that much, or Frost Giant, by the way, didn't really like oppose that much. They were kind of not buddy, but like they respected each other enough not to fight each other. But then one day he found out that this Frost Giant didn't actually disliked the Platinum Dragon, and when that giant found out that his paladin symbol was actually the Platinum Dragon, they got into a fight, and Thane actually won this fight, and he hangs the skull for many reasons. For remember of their quote unquote friendship, but also as like this is like the first thing that I have given to you in like my worship to you, my platinum dragon. So he explains that to you. He says that he heard the trapdoor open more than once over the course of like a few days, or the course of like 2 hours, and he ended up like not thinking much of it. But then when he heard it open a few days later, he was like, "Oh, someone's actually coming down here now." So then he started to panic a little bit and gather his stuff because no one's been down here for, like I said, 200 years. Which again you find very confusing because, like you said, like a few days ago, you just not yesterday. Remember, you were bedridden from the crack cat.
Oh, that's right. It was a couple of days. Sorry.
It's okay. So a couple days ago, you literally fought like a massive horde of goblins. So like, you find it extremely unusual that this area is, you know, kind of like 200 years without being touched. You find this very, very confusing to you.
Yeah. Like, are you saying years and meaning minutes? I'm just trying to establish a basis.
He kind of a little annoyed that you are questioning him. Says, "I'm sure that it has been years. I have ways of checking the time."
Okay. Agree to disagree then. But, so you've been down here that whole time? I mean, that would make you really... I haven't met many Dragonborn, but do you typically live for that long?
Oh, no, I haven't been here for 200 years. I've only been here for about... And then he starts, like, counting on his fingers. About 15 years? 12, 15? In that range. I came up to these mountains in hope of finding another righteous challenge to please the Platinum Dragon, but I ended up actually finding this and felt it was a very comfortable homestead for the moment, and I ended up staying here longer than I actually thought I would.
Okay. So, there's a tunnel that I went down that smells like absolute death. Do you know what's down there? Like, is there anything you can tell me about these tunnels? And I will basically go on to let him know, like, why I'm here and what I was doing up in the outpost. Like, Thane, have you ever gone up to the surface? Have you ever, or have you just been in these tunnels for 12, 15 years? You know, where there are miners who are missing.
They must be on the second layer.
And that's, I'm guessing, down that hole that smells like rotten death?
He nods his head.
Have you been down there before?
Once. When I first, or he uses that analogy. An ant empire does not go into another. Ant empire does not move into a new home before, thus checking for many days if it is safe. And he explained that he just basically, before like fully setting up a homestead, he kind of like stayed here and started exploring for the next like a month, this top area to make sure no one was going to come back to it and be pissed off that he was living there. And then he tried venturing that wretched hole that you smelled. You tried venturing down there, and there was monsters. So they never came up from that, but he never dared like go down there. And he says like, I do not know your skill, but I know that I have not fought in 10 years, at least. So, and judging on your, like, looks, I imagine you are not, like, especially if you're a cleric coming from the guard of Skiffguard, the Skiffguard guard, I do not imagine that you are the most powerful of sorcerers.
Well, no, but I'm growing in my clerically powers every day, and the more I immerse myself in nature, the closer I feel to Mialiki, and that, I'm just gonna get better the more I do this.
Okay. So yeah, you say these things, and then he kind of chuckles. So you are. I am correct in my assumptions that you are not the most powerful.
Not at the moment. Give me time.
I do not recommend you go down there, even with my help. I very much so struggled to to even face the first monster down there, so I do not recommend that we go down there I do not recommend that you go down there alone, at least.
Okay, well, as long as I can assure that this level of tunnels are cleared out and will not pose an immediate threat to the outpost above, are there any areas of these tunnels that have like large rocks that we could move? We could maybe block up the tunnel to that hole and just try to, I want to keep the above outpost safe, was my whole reason for coming down here.
You cannot block it up. They will simply move. If they move.
But you said, do things come out of there very often?
They never leave unless provoked.
Okay. So I would just feel a little better, not blocking up like the hole of the tunnel, but like the tunnel that led to that hole. Just kind of give ourselves a little more protection up there.
Kind of starts to like, he gestures for you to follow him, and he starts walking down. Do you follow him?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so he comes into this, and then this absolutely massive room. You see that there's like training dummies made by, like, you can tell that they were made by him because they're not like something that you have back up at in Skiffguard, like the handmade, and you see like that kind of stuff. One of them is absolutely like bashed in. The others have like some slash marks on them. And then you see like a few other ways like to train with weapons.
Okay.
But actually, as you do come out of this little area, I will have you close your eyes so you don't see what I'm grabbing. So as you actually like come out of this area, you see, you can open them, 4 goblins kind of come out from behind the different ones.
But there haven't been goblins here in 200 years.
Thane immediately readies he grabs he sheaths his long sword, and you can see just how massive it is, holding it 2 hands. It's like half of his height, so it's like 4 foot long, which is almost like only 2 feet shorter than you.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the blade of it. So, what do you do? Do you want to roll a Constitution?
For what? Do you mean initiative?
Initiative.
Not gonna be great, y'all.
I'm gonna actually write this down. What is it?
It's a 3.
So you get absolutely walloped. Have fun with that. And then goblin. Okay. So it's going to go goblin, goblin, thing, you goblin.
Okay.
So hold up. Gob. Thing. You. And gob. Alright, so this goblin, I have the stats written, or not written on my phone, but on my phone. So the one with the short bow, as you can see, it immediately goes to rear back its bow at you. If you actually want to move, yeah, I'll move him that way, and I'll move you forward a bit. So he goes to ready his bow. He draws an arrow and kind of pulls it back. At you, by the way. What is your AC?
18.
That is a 6. So this goblin releases this arrow and it goes like 3 feet off to the right of you, or off to the left of you, hitting the wall. And then this other goblin is going to also pull back, or start actually running at you or running at Thane rather. Words. Thank you. Running at Thane to kind of, not fisticuffs, but use his scimitar to kind of attack.
Melee.
Yeah, melee scimitar.
The melee.
Then they actually have, what is it? Oh no, wait, that's the boss. Never mind. And then 18 hits, so that is going to be, 1d6 plus 2. So it is going to be 4 hit points down. So he's gone from 11 to 7. And it is now Thane's turn. So he readies his, he's already sheathed his longsword. Unsheathed his longsword. So he's gonna actually pull it out. That is a hit. So he's gonna, it's what damage? 1d10?
1d10 plus 3.
Plus 3 plus 5 attack bonus, right? The attack bonus is plus...
Your attack bonus is plus 5.
So that's the damage or the to hit, right?
That attack is to hit.
Okay, that's what I did it for.
And then it's 1d10 plus 3.
Okay. And that is a 10. This goblin is out. So he cleanly just like sliced, like hit down with his like sword, and immediately this goblin is just sliced in half.
Okay.
Down the length of him. And it is now your turn. Boy, do I love some turn-based combat.
Alright, so I am going to look... Do you say one of those goblins looks tougher than the rest?
They all look pretty tough, but you see that this one has like a skull and fur, which the rest don't really have. So it's not like a, from your knowledge, because you've already fought a goblin boss, it's definitely not a goblin boss, but it's 100% like, like doesn't look tougher than the rest, but it definitely looks like it's telling the others what to do.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to raise... I'm going to bring out my shield, which has the unicorn symbol of Maliki on it.
Unicorn.
And I'm going to kind of interpose it between myself and the goblins, and the one with the furs, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Toll the Dead. So I actually need a a Wisdom saving throw.
Go.
No, you need to roll
Oh.
Wisdom saving throw, and the DC is 13.
So I have to get a 13 or better?
13 or better Wisdom for your goblin.
Nat 20!
All right, so then nothing happens.
Get Rickrolled! Never gonna give you up. So yeah, this goblin that you just angered by trying to cast, or you cast this thing, but then you try and use this spell, and it dodges it, and it's now looking at you dead in the eyes, real pissed off.
Okay.
They are going to go in with their scimitar, and that's a 3, does not hit. So yeah, they run up to you with that scimitar, but then they get like walloped by that shield. They don't notice the shield very, very well. They kind of just go like into that shield. Should actually probably move that guy up because one of the guys hit.
Well, he got taken out. He got cut in half.
There was 3 goblins that I put 4 miniatures down.
Got it.
So then it's the other 2 goblins' turn. Yeah, so let me just, that guy is dead. So yeah, the goblin in front of, the goblin with the short bow is going to shoot at Thane again. And that does not hit.
Okay.
The other goblin is dead, so it is Thane's turn. He is going to use his maul. He sheaths his sword, and he actually grabs his maul, and he starts to run up to the other goblin behind, like with the short bow that just tried firing at him. He's gonna roll, and that is a 19. So then it's, with the maul, it's 2d6. I only have 1. 2d6, plus 3 bludgeoning. And that is... Yeah, so this goblin is dead.
Okay.
So yeah, he grabs his maul, and he literally just like, not the same thing, but he grabs it, and he just absolutely wallops this guy to the side, and you see like this guy's already unconscious, but then he slams into the wall like, and then like all the way this way, slams into the wall, or no, this way, slams into the wall, and immediately you just hear like,
okay,
like bones cracking, splatter, like all the stuff.
All right. So is it my go?
Yes.
All right. So seeing that my spell wasn't super effective, but Thane with his weapons has been very effective, I try to show that, like, hey, I can do that too. So I go ahead and pull out my Warhammer, and I'm gonna...
I love that game.
I'm gonna bash this goblin over the head, or I'm gonna try.
He pulls out 2 armies, and he's gonna play Warhammer to see who gets the last hit.
That's a natural 20.
Nat 20.
So, gonna be for 2d8.
It's almost like you could say it was a critical roll.
That's for
If
8
you know, you
plus 5 is 13 plus 3 is 16 points of bludgeoning damage with his Warhammer.
Okay, same thing. You hit him with the Warhammer, he goes flying into the wall, and then you hear like, you don't hear a splat, but you hear a bunch of like bones cracking, and he kind of like falls limp onto the ground, and just before you hear his last breath breathed, he says, winter shall never pass here, and then kind of like goes limp.
That was what they said. That was what was written on the fountain.
Do you say that out loud, or do you say that to yourself?
I think that.
Okay.
But then I lock eyes with Thane, and he just has this instant connection with me. Well, I would like him to. And I just want to run up and do like a slow motion, like pause in midair high five. No?
Sorry, this ain't Gumball and Darwin. This ain't Gumball's Perfect World.
Well, I look at him and I say, Thane, you can't deny that there are goblins here now.
He does like a put his hands out in the air, kind of like a. I'll try and do it like a.
Like shrugs.
Yeah, like kind of like shrugs. So he says that he sees that you have like a bit of like shock on your face, from like what that goblin said, or like a bit of like shock, concern mix, kinda. And he walks up to you and he goes like, "Are you all right? Like, were you hurt?"
No, but I've heard those words before, or I've read them.
I mean, you've heard them because you've said them. So
this is going to be a mystery I'm going to have to unsolve. I don't buy much into coincidence. So hearing those words again so quickly, there must be deeper meaning.
All right, and with that, we are going to end this episode. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, helps out the channel. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to comment.